What's going on, everyone? So I was just reading an article by Mike Novogratz, and it was an interview with him, and he's a billionaire that worked for a hedge fund and an investment firm. He was one of the early investors in Ethereum. I don't even know all the other stuff that he's done, but he definitely knows his shit. And in the article, he's talking about decentralization and the blockchain revolution, the decentralized revolution, and how these things are coming. They're inevitable, and he gives like a 10 to 15 year time span from now where he believes that it's going to be implemented into our everyday lives in different areas, whether it be politics, obviously money, real estate. It could be any number of industries. And the way through which decentralization and blockchain is introduced to the masses is through Bitcoin. So Bitcoin is kind of that lens that people need to look through to see into decentralization and blockchain. And it's just kind of hitting me, which this is what happened to me. It's a process that happened to me too, looking into or learning about what Bitcoin is, how it's created, and how you can't double spend it, and the rules that govern the coin and blockchain and the blockchain is mind-blowing. And I still fully don't understand it, but I understand its potential, and that's what's so appealing to me, is understanding how decentralization and blockchain, these technologies are literally going to change everything. They're going to change the way the world operates. What's going to happen as blockchain and decentralization begin to gain mass adoption, distribution of wealth is going to change with it. Okay? This is a fucking huge thing. How I don't know the actual percentages. I don't think anybody really does, but the idea is right now the difference between the middle class is disappearing, right? And the elite, there's very few people with most of the money, and there's a small middle class, and then a lot of poor people all over the world, all over the world. We're talking about like huge countries like Brazil and India and Argentina and, you name it, all over Africa. There's tons of countries that we just don't interact with on a daily basis or think about. They're not in our daily, in our mind daily, but they're there. They're part of the world. We're closing down to 8 billion people in the world. There's 20 million in Los Angeles. That's just a very small percentage of the total population. And so our perception of our perception is skewed based on what we see around us. And if you're from a well-off area, then you kind of, if you don't travel, you don't think about it. But if you're from a poor area, you think that's how everything is. But that's actually more the case than in the well-off areas. There's struggle. There's a lot of struggle going on. And it just kind of hit me today that, the impact that decentralization and the opportunity that people have to, for the first time, as long as they have a smartphone. As long as they have a smartphone, they have an opportunity, and an internet connection, they have an opportunity to change the way they live, to change their knowledge base. It's getting to a point where there's so much more opportunity in these little phones that we hold. You know, this phone that's recording you right now. As long as people have access to the internet, they have access to everything, right? And if they can turn their fiat currency into a digital currency in some facet, and there's a lot of companies that are working on being able to do this. I mean, not everyone has banking, you know? We're just lucky ones in the United States, in Canada, and the developed countries, you know, all over Europe. But there's also tons of places that just don't have centralized banks, you know, and don't have stable currencies. So I'm just really excited, and kind of, my mind is kind of blown now that I'm starting to see the true potential that this has, you know, of someone being able to invest in an initial coin offering in a company that they believe in, and they save up for however long, and they invest $100 into this company that they never could have done before. You could never be a venture capitalist as someone who makes 50 cents an hour, you know? But if these people work hard and save up, they just have opportunities that they never had before. And investing that $100 into this ICO could turn into $50,000, you know? And that's a world of difference to someone that has, you know, less than $500 to their name, or less than $100 to their name, whatever it is. That idea alone is so exciting to me. And it's just like, I'm going to continue to learn more about this space and get better and get better at utilizing it, and get better at being able to explain it to people and spread the word about it. Because I'm just talking about the monetary benefits that the masses will see. There's also so many other industries that are going to be massively disrupted by this technology. It's happening right now. It's happening. Whether you or I or anyone around us that we interact with, whether they believe it or not, the community is growing at an alarming rate. People that are supporting this technology and pushing it forward. And it's going to get to the point, I mean, it's already at the point where it can't be stopped. I'm talking about the technology itself. Pandora's box is open, you know? Yeah, the governments can put hoops for us to have to jump through to buy Bitcoin, to buy cryptocurrencies. There may be people that have to leave the country that they're in. There may be all sorts of crazy shit is going to go on. But the bottom line is, blockchain technology that's underneath what a Bitcoin is, you know, what Ethereum is, underneath that currency or that token is a technology that is going to revolutionize the way we interact with the world. It's unbelievable. It's unbelievable. Anyway, if you guys liked the video, please hit the thumbs up, hit the subscribe button, hit the little bell. Now you gotta click the bell next to subscribe if you want future videos. This is just a rant. Probably not that interesting to you guys, but you know, hopefully someone likes it, learns from it. And if I can affect even one person, and they can affect one person, the domino effect continues, and the world will become a better place because of it. And I truly believe that. And I've never had anything in my life that I've believed in like this, and seen something that had so much potential. And it's so exciting for me, and I'm excited for you guys to learn about it, and I'm excited to spread the word about it. So I look forward to talking to you guys soon. Have a good day.